Hi, welcome to my kitchen. Who doesn't love a chocolate eclair? And that's what we're making today. I got this recipe a long time ago from a coworker and I made it and it was delicious. So I don't know why I haven't made it again, but let's give it a try. Okay, we're going to take a look at the ingredients. This recipe is made in 2 parts, so I'm going to bake a crust first. What we need is 1 cup of flour, 4 large eggs, 1 cup of water, and 1/2 cup of butter. Okay, I'm going to combine the butter and the water in a larger bowl, and I will bring this to a boil so the butter will melt. I'm going to do it in the microwave. Okay, I believe it's boiling. I'm going to turn off the microwave. It's been in for 3 minutes. So you can see the water is boiling with the butter in it. The next step, I'm going to pour the flour in here. And now I'll just beat this until it's smooth. I'm not using the mixer. Hopefully I'm strong enough. Wow. We want to get this so it's nice and smooth. Looks pretty good. There. Now we're going to let this cool for 10 minutes. The eggs are put in one at a time, so I'm just going to crack the first one. And then give it a little stir. Get my muscles working here. Okay, the next one can come in. It actually is starting to smell good already. What I'm making here is basically a cream puff dough. All right, one more egg. We want to get really smooth. Last one. That's all the ingredients you need for the crust. Get that all nice and whipped together. Okay, I've greased an 8x13 pan, and I'm going to put the mixture right in there, spread it out. Okay, all I'm going to do is put it in the pan and smooth it down. I've got the oven preheating to 400 degrees. Ooh, kind of wiggly. I want to get it up the sides a little bit. It's kind of hard getting it up the sides. It's a little slippery, but we'll do the best we can. It slides right back down. Okay, well, it didn't go up the sides as high as I'd liked, but I think it's still going to work out great. So now I'll pop it in the oven, 400 degrees again for 30 to 35 minutes. I've got my oven preheated again, so here it goes. Set my timer. I'm going to do it for 30 minutes and check it. So now we wait. Okay, I guess it's ready to come out. It's been 25 minutes and I checked it. It's a nice golden brown. You do not want to overbake this. Oh my. Look at how it's puffed up. Just like a cream puff. Oh, it's kind of like beautiful. Can't wait. Okay, the crust is cool enough to start the next step in this process. We've got 4 more ingredients that we're going to add. We'll want to have vanilla pudding mix. It has to be the instant, so we want 2 of the 3-ounce vanilla pudding mixes. 2.5 cups of milk. We're going to put in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And here comes the Cool Whip. This is a 16-ounce jug. We're only going to use half of it. We only need 8 ounces. All right, we're going to have a big mixing bowl. And we're going to open up the pudding mixes and put both of them in. Remember, you have to use instant. You don't want to cook this. There we go. Now we're going to add the milk. One teaspoon of vanilla goes in. Then our mussels go to work again, and we're just going to give this a good stir. Just like you're making pudding. Just beat, beat, beat until it's thick and creamy. We want it to thicken up, and the instant does that pretty fast. Get your muscles working here. It takes about 2 minutes. Okay, take your Cool Whip. I'm going to use half of it. I'm not going to be real precise, but I'll just give it a couple more scoops here. And that should be about 8 ounces or more. Okay, fingers out. We're going to fold the whipped topping into the pudding mix. Once this is all folded in, we're going to put that on top of the baked layer. So bring it right over. And if you notice, it kind of shrunk down a little bit, and that's good. It's going to give you room for the goodies here. Just going to pour that all in. I'm going to pull this back a little, kind of creeping in there. Yes, I use my finger. Now on to the next step. It wouldn't be complete without the chocolate layer, so these are the ingredients that we're going to use. We've got 2 tablespoons of milk, we've got 2 tablespoons of butter, a cup of powdered sugar, and 2 chocolate squares. I'm going to take those chocolate squares and melt them, and I think I'll melt them with the butter. Oh, well, yeah. In the microwave, of course. Probably a minute. Let's see if it's melted. Oh, works for me. I looked up this recipe on Pinterest, seeing if I could modernize it at all. And they called for chocolate syrup to be sprinkled over the top. I don't know, I think this might be better. It's a lot of work, a lot of steps, but I think it's going to be well worth it. Okay, butter and chocolate melted. Now we're going to add the milk. And the powdered sugar. Give that a little bit of a stir till it's all blended. Ooh, nice and chocolatey. going to drizzle the chocolate over the top. Hopefully it's not too hot that it's going to melt anything, but I'm sure it'll be great. Is it starting to look like an eclair yet? This is more milk chocolatey than using a Hershey's syrup. I think it's going to be a lot better. Hopefully the kids are going to like this a lot better than they have liked some of the other recipes. I mean, what's not to like? Pudding and chocolate crust, yum. Okay, now let's make this a little pretty. We're just going to swirl. Well, I don't know if it's going to be pretty, but just take a knife, do some swirlies. Spread that chocolate into the corners a little bit. Everything is swirled, everything is done. All we have to do is refrigerate it until it's set. So we're going to cover it with some saran wrap and put it in the refrigerator for maybe an hour or two. And then we're going to try it. Okay, it's a couple hours later and I just took it out of the refrigerator. I think it's ready to be cut. It's a beauty, so I hope it tastes as good as it looks. All right, let's get that first piece out. Looks great to me. It's all holding together. Now the Schnecken is beckoning.
Okay, so I never had this. It's squishy. And it's a little bit creamy, but otherwise it will be good.
Is there something bad with creamy?
Mm-hmm. I wiggled a tooth and I want to get it out.
Oh,
So I
he
need
wants
hard.
crunchy.
I'm really excited. That is so good. There's no words to explain how, like, wow.
Okay, gotta get a little bit of each layer in the bite.
Does it taste like an eclair?
It totally tastes like here. It is so good. Like the filling tastes just like the filling. The the crust is just like the outside of the crust is just like the outside of an eclair. Like it's just like the pastry. It's really good.
Delicious.
Preparing myself. I got the small fork.
So dramatic.
Just like the donut.
Like a Boston cream almost, huh?
Jack was right. It is so creamy. It's good. I could eat the entire pan.
I'm gonna have to hide it.
So, this is my second slice. The bottom's a little bitter, so I might not eat the bottom. I didn't say that. I forgot to say that in the first place, but
It's so bitter you had to have two pieces.
like ice cream, but not frozen.
Well, everybody seems to like it. I haven't made it for so long. I'm going to have to try it and see if it's as good as they say. Oh yeah. That's really good. Why haven't I made this in 15 years?
I agree. Why have you not been making this in the last 15 years on a regular basis?
My face, my usual. Okay, now we can dig in.